Everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a gold soldier player. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, that helps me out. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see rates, connect with other people that are doing Overwatch stuff, all that good stuff. Okay, so we've got the off angle here. Shot a little early into the matrix there, but that's fine. You just needed to drift a little more to the right to make sure you got around it or made her turn. Do you hear that? That's not friendly. That's the opposing Reaper in your backline. You need to turn and deal with that. Like, you've cut off the angle so the core of the opposing team can't see you. There's a physical wall between you and them. So you need to now go, hey, there's a physical wall. I should turn and deal with whatever's here, whatever's in my team, and that's this Reaper. Because again, the rest of his team can't help him here, so it's you plus what, 3 teammates versus him and Reaper. You can take this fight. It's okay to run away from him, but you weren't even looking for him. You needed to figure out where he was much more quickly than you did. And I don't mind you not, locate him quick. I just mind that you didn't look for him at all there. Are you... Yeah, you can't just run from that type of situation. That was actually a very good situation for you to take the fight. Okay. We've shot at everyone but the Reaper so far. Okay, not everyone, but we've shot at people, just not the Reaper so far.
The war goes on. Barrier, hold together.
It's tough, he's gonna knock you, yep. Good. Okay, so we deal with backline threats while they're in our backline, while the rest of their team can't really see us, just like that. So let's do that to Reaper 2 next time. Good. Turn and deal with the Reaper, don't drop. There you go. It's fine, you can shoot the ball. Yeah, so again, if a threat is close to you and you can close the angle on your opponents, which you can do just like this because then there's a wall between you and them, you deal with the threat that does have an angle on you. Your only way to close an angle on this ball is to run over here or to drop down here. So don't do that. Do the easy thing, close the angle on the people down there while you fight off this ball. That's all you need to do. Be easy. Or if you don't like it, you can run over here and then shoot down there, and when the ball comes again, close the angle and fight the ball. Like, you want to close angles so that you can deal with the threat here. Same thing with when you're here the Reaper. You closed the angle, but then you didn't look for the Reaper, you just ran away. Like, it's okay to run a little to create more distance between you and the Reaper, but again, deal with the threat that's on top of you. You can't just hope it'll go away. I promise that won't work. You will get, as you go up, you will get Tracers, Genjis, Echoes, things that'll play in your blind spot, quote unquote, that just won't leave you alone. And if you don't look for them, it's only going to get worse. Okay. Help him out. Good. Okay, so I would have preferred you use your downtime a little bit better to go take high ground. You go take high ground. This is downtime. Do you hear him? Okay, so I don't know if you're not playing with good audio. I know you're playing on console, so maybe you're not using headphones, or maybe you're using stuff that isn't directional in terms of your audio setup. I would fix that. Overwatch has really, really good sound cues for games, and you can definitely tell the direction that the threats are coming from. And to me, it's obvious that A, you were about to get slammed, and where that slam was coming from. And you're not in any way turning to deal with that or, sprinting away before it lands or anything like that. So I think sound may be an issue here. If it is, I highly recommend, even on console, getting some directional sound setup. You can do that. It'll help a ton with this game because that is going to help you. And if that's not the problem is just you're not dealing with threats that are on top of you. It's okay to run away from threats that are on top of you, but you're like reacting way too slow, and it's literally just a reacting too slow problem. Like, you take damage, you're aware of them, etc., and you don't do things. So listen to those sounds. Those are your early warning system.
Everyone, heal up.
Okay? Retake your high ground. You're healed up. Okay, so this is sort of high ground. This is a little better. I really would actually like you up here. You can afford to challenge those guys from here. You can shoot them from here. You have the option to always threaten going over here. Even if you're shooting down here, if like the ball comes rolling this way, you'll see him, and you'll get lots of time to shoot at him from your effective range before he's in his effective range. Okay, you already have Visor, so the only way you're getting eliminations is if you shoot at someone who's outside of the Transcendence. That's really the only way that's going to happen. And they've got 2 support ults going right now. So really, unless you find the Sombra, it's just not happening. So use this time to reposition, because you are not getting eliminations while they have both Beat and Transcendence covering 5 of their party. Yeah? Okay, now do your work. You're still in this. If you can force a limb, you did not need to drop. You didn't. You didn't need to drop, and honestly, I would have been very hesitant to use that Visor. Even though your team was, you'd only were down 1 person, you were in a situation where most of your team was very low health. You might not have been able to tell that, but it should have been very clear by the fact of where your team was after having had to last through 2 opposing support ults, even if they were stacked on top of each other, that your team was going to be in rough place. So if you couldn't first force a kill with your regular primary fire, from there, you could go, oh, hey, we got 1, now maybe we're in this, and I'm going to Tac Visor. But just Tac Visoring there, not so much, and dropping to Tac Visor here, no way. You want the high ground because it gives you the good angles to do the work from. You don't then give up that angle by dropping while you still have teammates on the points that are creating other angles for you.
Roadhog time. Not dead yet.
Good.
Stay down.
Yeah. The ball helped that play, but honestly, you were going the wrong way. The right way was always over here.
I don't quit till the fight's done. Good choice.
Kind of okay.
Heroes never die.
I'm not a young man anymore.
Apagando las luces.
Okay, not a big deal. Let's see if we can do a little better.
A moment to enjoy some peace and quiet. Probably just a moment.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Barrier in place.
I'd have preferred you on an angle, but I can handle this. Did you hear the Sombra? Shooting at the Reaper, good. So, again, you can fight this ball with a sort of advantageous situation where it's, you and Mercy versus ball. Or you can fight out here where, oh, hey, I'm shooting at things that aren't shooting at me. You have to deal with the thing, excuse me, it's not a 1v3. You guys could all turn and deal with this. So this would be a 3v1. That would be great. You can turn, fight this ball, step in closer so that the opposing team can't deal with you, and peel the bejesus out of this ball. You can get rid of him so fast. You can make him leave so fast, and then you can go back to doing your stuff over here, and that's good. While he's off running, finding health packs, etc. That's what you want to do. You want to deal with the flanker, be it, a Genji, a Tracer, a Sombra, a Reaper, or a tank like a Winston, Ball, etc. that is on top of you. You want to deal with that. You want to make them leave or close the angle on them before continuing to fight the main enemy group. It's going to work way better for you. You can't just ignore them. Yeah, so I get it. I would have wanted the Elim on the Reaper there too, but you just can't be like, I'm going to tunnel you while someone else is shooting me. Like, you have to close the angle on that other person that's shooting at you, or you have to turn and deal with them. In this case, the D.Va.
Observe the barrier. Everyone heal up.
This isn't really a good place for you to be. Play from over here. You don't really want to be here in the middle of the enemy team as Soldier.
Observe the barrier. Everyone heal up.
Surrounded is not a good place for Soldier to be. Okay.
I've got you in my sights.
Good. Strafe with the shield there. Yeah, you're slow to find a new target. I really am worried about your audio setup. And again, you went down to a Reaper. Reaper kills you at point-blank range, and he was to your right, just so that you know that. And you didn't even turn to look at him. Now, he didn't have to take you from full to zero, so he got you sorta quick, but I'm gonna replay this for you, just to emphasize the noise for you so you can hear it in the replay. Okay, you hear the ball shooting? That's ball's shooting sound. Still a shooting sound. Do you hear that? That's his pile drive sound. You are about to get knocked upwards by a ball that gave himself away by shooting, by the way, from a ball to your right. That is what's going to happen. Now, I've seen it, of course, play out once, and you've seen it play out twice, both in the game and in this review, but I can do that without having known without having seen it before, because I can hear it off of the audio cues. You've got to make sure that you can do that with your audio setup. It makes Overwatch way easier. And this time you do turn to deal with him, and I do appreciate that you're turning to deal with him, you're just late.
Come here and get stabilized. Powered up.
You're too interested in shooting at that D.Va. Like, in general, I notice you like to shoot at that D.Va when there's lots of other targets available. Softening up D.Va is good and all, but hey, there's a free Zen over there that you can shoot at that doesn't have great cover options, that goes down a lot faster than a D.Va. Like, you don't... There was a time in Overwatch's history where, yes, everyone shot at D.Va because you had to delete the pink robot, or she would just eat everything with her 4 seconds of defense matrix that recovered quite fast that she didn't really have an internal cooldown on. We are long past that time in Overwatch. You do not have to put all of your damage into D.Va in the neutral. You can put it on more vulnerable things like Zen, who would struggle to heal himself much more than he'd struggle to heal D.Va. Yeah, you didn't even look up to keep shooting at him when he pile drived. You like shot forward and were like, I'll find other targets. Maybe he's leaving. He's not leaving. That's just his pile drive. You stay on the flank that's on you. You can't really get them here. Just get better positioning. That might be behind you up on high ground. That might be behind them up over there. Okay.
I've got you in my sights.
So the problem is you did this from with your team, and I sort of get it. You're thinking, hey, I want to be with my team, I want to have help, etc. But the problem is the same cover that works to block from you also blocks from Reaper. The same cover that works to block you also works to block Ball, etc. If I'm here, none of you can see me. If I'm here, only Bap and Mercy can see me. If I'm here, none of you can see me. This is all very accessible cover for their team. Whereas if you visor from, say, over here, well, they can't. They're stuck in a situation of, oh, so either we get mowed down by the visor or we run out from our cover to get cover from the visor, and then your team can mow them down. That's what you're looking to do. And even here is better. Like this would have been fine. You could visor from here, and same thing. It compromises the integrity of the cover. Right now, the same cover that works to block from your team works to block from your ult. So your ult really isn't helping that much. Good. We gonna heal station or no? No, we're gonna run into a mine. Okay. By the way, you did not need to touch the point. I know it may have felt like you needed to touch the point there, but if you have a tank up, your Sigma knew that he had to touch the point, your Ball knew that he had to touch the point, it is way more useful for you to try to get in a limb than for you to go, I am going to touch the point and keep it up, keep it contested for an extra 2/3 of a second. You're kind of worthless at that. Like, you are much more valuable trying to get 1 or 2 eliminations from better positioning that are actually going to potentially let your team get back into the fight, have any chance of turning it around, etc. If you were a Tracer, sure, you could be in, hey, I'm in line to contest the point. If you were a Reaper, a Mei, absolutely. You know, you're in line to contest the point. But as something like a Soldier, not really. Sure, you're higher in the line to contest the point than a Bastion, but you don't want to compromise a position that you can potentially get eliminations from, or that you're relatively safe from and can do work from, to go, I'm going to contest the point for 2/3 of a second, which you didn't even get to do because you walked into a mine. Anyway. So the biggest thing for you is literally going to be you can't just ignore flankers. You can't hope they go away. You have to look for your flankers. You have to go, oh, there's a flanker here. I need to turn and deal with it. I can close the sight line on the opposing team and deal with the flanker that's on top of me. Or, you know, if I need to run away from them because that's the only thing, you can run away from them, but you can't just ignore them while shooting at the opposing team, or like run away from them and then go back to shooting the enemy team when clearly they're still chasing you. So please turn and deal with flankers, close angle on the enemy team, turn and deal with the flanker. Works great. I know it's a little like, oh, but then I have to shoot at flankers and those are harder to shoot at than D.Va. Yes, they are. You're going to have to do it if you want to get better at the game. And then to that end, check your audio setup. Make sure that you have your audio set up in a way where you can actually directionally tell where sounds are coming from. Are they behind you, in front of you, to the left, to the right, directional audio, etc. I know that's a little harder for console players, but I trust you'll figure it out. Anyway, that's what I've got for you for this session. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. That helps me out. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord down below in the description. And through that, you can see my rates, participate in the Recruit a Friend special till the end of the month. You can connect with other people that are talking and thinking about Overwatch, all that sort of good stuff. Anyway, thanks guys. Temporal out.